EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one a first down pickup of 8. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6.
Let's go. Bring it. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's get something back. You see like that? Go home, boy. It's a big one now. It's a big one. It's game time. Let's go do this thing, baby. Me and you, baby. Me and you. Oh, I know how I feel. Let's go, fellas. Come on, baby. What's up?
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 24, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Mixon on the draw. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
Let's go. Get it now. Let's go to work. Get ready. It's one play at a time, baby. Come on, baby. Rock and roll. Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's get something going. Let's go, baby. Oh, I know. Let's ride out. Let's ride out.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Jackson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man open. It's Chase. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On second down, here's Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Burrow will throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up fourth down. They run for it with Mixon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Ball on the 8. 2nd and 2. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Here's Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
It's one play at a time, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Ain't no joke out here right now. Let's go, dog. Who's gonna make a play, baby? Do your thing. Let us dictate. Let's go do this thing, baby.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
From the 39, Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson.
Quick slant complete to OBJ. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is caught inside the 5.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out.
It's a big play there for Baltimore.
And even 40 yards.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now it's Jackson.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played.
That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Let's ride, dog. Let's rock and roll. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Whatever it takes. Come on, baby. Get low. They can't move straight up. You're supposed to catch that, man. That's how we eat. I know you hot. Pay attention. Pay attention. Let us dictate. Make plays, y'all. Make plays.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31,
Burrow.
Flushed out right. Airing one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Now Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. Let's go right here. Let's ride up. Let's ride up.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Burrow looking to pass.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Yeah, that's a pretty throw right there. It's man coverage on the left side of the field, and this is some really good footwork by his receiver. Able to create some space at the top of his route, and the ball's delivered right on time.
Now Burrow on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And Burrow going to throw again. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go now. Let's go. Let's go.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Get him going, baby. Let's rock and roll, baby. You're supposed to catch that, baby. That's how we eat, guys. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this, man. Let's go. Let's go. It's game time. Come on, baby. Get low. Guys, get it on now. Coming. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Let's go home, boy. Let's go, man. Let's ride out. Let's ride out. Come on, let's go. Let's be smart. Let's dominate this. Let's play ball. They can't stop.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw here.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. It's caught. Beckham. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, good move. And that will be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A little juke. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
He hit his first. Now this from 43.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Let's go, man. Let's go right now. It's all right, guys. Let's do what we do. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's hit it. Come on, baby. Let's dominate this.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Jackson on first down. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be third down. Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10.
Again, Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Edwards. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Jackson going to run.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Let's go, man. That's right, man. Play it to the whistle. Let's go. That's right. Let's go, fellas. Let's go, baby.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon, and he'll be taken down at the 34.
Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did.
Jackson to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson. Into the hands of Beckham.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Throwing, Jackson.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Dobbins with it.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Jackson.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Jackson.
He completes it to Beckham. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.